in Denver, at that time, before World War II and during it, there was a club on about 32nd and about Harrison or Jackson or Harrison up in there, called Sportland Beach. And we all joined it in the summer, all my friends and I, and you went up there and you could swim. They had a swimming pool, and they had a room that had games and stuff in it. And we went there and swam. And the guy that owned the swimming pool had a little dog. I think it was a Schnauzer or a Cocker Spaniel, I can't remember. And he would take the dog up to the very highest diving board, and the dog would jump off of the highest diving board into the pool and swim to the edge. We loved watching the dog do that. That was fun.
Do you still have it on, Dan?
What?
It's on.
Okay.
I didn't hear you.
I just wondered if it was still filming, and he said yes, it is.
I don't know what you said, honey. Let's see, what else did we do? I told you we went skiing in the winter, Sportland Beach in the summer, and I was a Girl Scout, as most of my friends were, because it was not dumb then, it was a thing to do. And my mother was a scout leader, and we would go to Girl Scout camp in the summer up in, I think it was up in Woodland Park or somewhere up there. They had Girl Scout camp. And we'd go up there, a bunch of my friends and I, and spend a couple of weeks. And that was fun too. We got to hike around there and do crafts and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff we did when I was a teenager. Danny, turn this off.
Tell the story about when you used to go to the circus and pick up stuff under the seats.
Oh yeah, after the circus always set up on 38th and York in Denver. There's a big, huge vacant lots there. And that was not very far from where I lived on Milwaukee. So me and my friends would go down there and walk around, look at the animals and stuff. We usually didn't have enough money to go to the circus. So one year my uncle gave me a silver dollar, and that was enough to go to the circus. And I went to the circus, and some of my friends also scavenged up some money. We went to the circus. But after the circus left town, they got on the train, the boxcars, and left town. We went up there and walked back and forth all over the area where the circus had set up and kicked the dirt, and oftentimes you'd find money like a quarter or a dime because people had dropped it from the seats. They had the stands, and then they'd drop it and it would go down into the dirt and they never could find it. But we found it. We found quite a bit of money there. Sometimes the 3 or 4 of us would find as much as $10 in a weekend.
You must have thought that was like amazing.
Oh, it was a fortune.
That's a windfall.
Yeah, and then we could go downtown and buy stuff and everything. Anyway, that's what the circus meant to us. I think I saw the circus once while it was there. The actual circus. And we always looked at the animals and City Park then had a over on 23rd and just below Colorado Boulevard, probably Harrison or Jackson. They had an area there where there's animals, just animals, where they were fenced in, of course. And we'd go over and look at those animals and talk to them, play with them sometime. And there was a library there in City Park then, and we went into the library and got books. And
When did they convert the firehouse to Cookie's house?
yes,
Cookie was the elephant.
they finally got an elephant. Our City Park didn't have an elephant. They finally got an elephant and had a contest to name it. and some little boy chose the name Cookie. Everybody sent him their favorite name. And he won the prize, but they had no place to put the cookie. So there was where I just said that there was a place where there was animals. Well, in front of that, right on Colorado Boulevard, was
A firehouse.
a firehouse that they had abandoned. So they turned the firehouse into an elephant house, and that's where Cookie lived as long as she was here in Denver.
I remember that from my childhood, so she must have been there till at least 1960 or so.
I don't know. Elephants live a long time.
Yeah.
And we go over and see her occasionally, but it wasn't very interesting because she didn't do anything. But we'd do that.
You could throw them pumpkins at her at Halloween time.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. They watched her, and you aren't allowed to do anything mean to Cookie.
No, but I mean, they eat pumpkins. You would feed her.
Yeah, yeah. So we did that, and we went to City Park, and at that time they had a monkey island. I don't think they still have a monkey island, do they?
I don't
They
know
did
that.
used to.
I don't remember that. Maybe they have a monkey
I remember
habitat.
Monkey Island.
Now they have a habitat.
Oh, well, it still was like an island.
Well,
Because there was water around it. That was to keep the monkeys contained.
well, they had a monkey island, and then around the island was a moat, water, and then on the after the moat was, they had it all fenced, so the monkeys couldn't get out. Even if they managed to swim over to the opposite side, they still couldn't get out. So we would go and look at the monkeys and watch the monkeys for a while, which was kind of interesting. And
What type of monkey?
I don't know, just monkeys.
Just monkeys.
And there was a lot of animals at the zoo then. The zoo was right there. And we would go and look at the animals, and they had a big glass building, a big glass building where they kept the birds. The birds fly around in there, and all kinds of birds, I think. We recognized some of them, and some of them we didn't.